Mellow greetings, Tubians, Ronan T here, and let's fanfic Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town. Winter 11, Year 1, Tuesday. Snowing. Yesterday was one heck of a day, Journal. Today I just wanted something really quiet, really peaceful. But that was not to be, because, when is my life ever exactly what I want it to be, right? Huh. Do you ever get that feeling that you're losing your mojo? Maybe it's the winter, maybe I'm just tired. It's all good. It's all good, Journal, never you mind. So today started off as ordinary as any. I got up, I tended the chooks, I tended the critters, I tended and tended and tended. And then, not having learned my lesson yesterday, because it turns out that I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment, I decided to go out and be a social butterfly. Yep, that's right. After all of that yesterday, I went out and did it again today. But you know what? I'm a social butterfly with friends, and isn't that what the whole purpose of all this was? I hope it was. I'm losing track. It's just gotta be this snow, right? It's making even my brain feel damp. Yeah, let's agree that that's what's causing it. It's the snow. I have a damp head. So I ran into town, I dropped off gifts with a whole heap of people, stopped in to see Saibara, dropped off the watering can for upgrade, so it's presently the best I can make it ahead of spring. And yes, I know that it's still a while until spring, but I've got a lot to get done before then. I want to make sure that I'm as ready as I can be, And then I decided to stop into Poultry because, I want to see Rick and Potpourri and Lilia and, really have that moment. And, well, Jennifer was there. I think she's stalking me. Apparently she was dropping off one of her special blends of pot purity to Lilia. Lilia obviously loves the stuff, that's why she named her daughter after it. And we got into a bit of a conversation about the different scents and about how Lily is going and how she needs to take care of herself. And apparently Jennifer's... Well, she gave me a potpourri of my own. And then Rick and Potpourri started fighting and Lilia went to break it up, and there was this whole thing about how we only fight with the ones we love, and really I thought most people outgrew that by the time they were, 14-ish. It is a very, oh, he picks on you because he likes you, dear. And that's... no. That whole family is strange. It really is. But Jennifer's stranger. And standing there and talking with her and... I said one thing. I said that she seems to really care, and that's true. But apparently that's somehow led into having respect for animals and nature, and then she left, and yet again, after one of our interactions, I was dazed and confused. I followed her out because I wanted to see if I could get her to clarify anything, but she did that vanishing trick people do as soon as they walk out of doors where you blink and they're gone. So I went back in, I gave gifts to Rick and Potpourri, and I spoke to Lilia. She seemed to have calmed down the fight because they were acting 100% normal, like nothing had ever happened, and I went on about my business. And this is twice in 2 days that Jennifer's ambushed me like that with these moments where everything I say seems to be weighted so much more seriously than I intend it to be. And I really don't know what to do with that journal. And clearly I need to watch what I say around her, or this sort of thing is going to keep happening, but she takes the strangest things to heart, and I don't know. I don't understand what I need to do with it, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. It'll all make sense one day, right? Anyway, after all that, I ran around, I gathered materials. After seeing Mr. Gotts yesterday, I realised that I need a lot more stone. And oddly enough, the one thing I don't bring home from my many non-existent hours in the mines is stone. You'd think that that'd be the best place to get it, but no, apparently not. I made my offering, I stopped in at the hot spring, because you know it's the middle of winter and why not. And I'm calling it early today, because I'm tired, and my socks are soggy, and my feet are cold, and that was just... I didn't say anything that... Did I? Huh. Oh, and I learned fried rice. And sunny tomorrow, so... No, wait, snowy tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna go read a book and stare at the ceiling for a while, journal. Good night. So... I stopped in to see Miss Lilia today. She is lovely. It's so sad that she doesn't feel well. I do love visiting with her and seeing Potpourri and Rick. It feels almost like I've adopted an extra family, you know? I wanted to drop off some of that potpourri that I make for her from the wild mountain flowers. She does love it dearly. And while I was there, Brenna stopped by. Apparently she likes to visit too. We were chatting, and all of us, and I was explaining to Brenna about the potpourri and the fact that I'd made her some, and she seemed really happy to receive it, and she sort of smiled shyly and put it away and thanked me while blushing a little bit, which was really cute, I thought. And then Rick and Potpourri started fighting, and well, I think it shows a sign of a solid sibling relationship that they're able to argue with each other openly and not feel any fear or feel threatened, but it really is discordant on the ears. I don't know how Miss Lilia puts up with it. Evidently neither does she, because she went upstairs to try and put an end to the bickering and left me alone chatting to Brenna, and she really gets me. I don't understand why it's so easy to open up to her, and she's there and I just start babbling about anything and everything that's in my head, like I haven't spoken to another person in years, and it's exactly the same as when we were talking yesterday about the lake, and she's just... And then she says the sweetest things. And I'm not the best person. I'm not a good person. Not by any length of the imagination. I'm just me, you know, and yeah, I understand a few things. I see a few things a little more clearly than the people around me maybe, but I'm not a good person. But when she looks at me, she sees a good person, and she said so today, and I think I was blushing when she said it. That's not like me at all. I'm not the blushing type, but it's... Maybe we just have similar spirits. Maybe I've been right. Maybe it's got something to do with that touch of the mystic I feel about her. She's just remarkable. Huh. Winter 12, Year 1, Wednesday. Snowing. You know, when I got up this morning journal, I told myself, I said, no peopling. We're going to keep peopling to a minimum. And as I was running around taking care of the critters, I realised that I'd forgotten to go to the grocery store and pick up that mixer that Jeff wrote me about a while ago, and I got a lot of recipes that kind of need me to have that mixer, and I've got to go see Saibara to pick up my new watering can, so the whole no peopling thing didn't really work out great for me. I did try and keep it to a minimum though. So after the chores were done, I ran into town, I saw Jeff, bought the mixer and some supplies, ran around in front of the smithy in circles for a little while until it opened, and then I picked up the watering can, and then I came home and I cooked up a storm, tried out some of the new recipes and stuff. I went out and gathered and gathered and gathered, stopped in at Gotz's again. I really need a lot more stone. I'm getting there with lumber. I'm a little over 2/3 of where I need to be with lumber, but I really need to be focusing on stone right now. While I was seeing Mr. Gotz, I stopped and said hi to Brandon. Jennifer did walk past me. I dodged her. That's a horrible thing to say. I have plenty of chocolate in my backpack. I know how much she likes it. I could have stopped and given her some. But after the last 2 days, I don't know what to say to her. I don't know how to react. So I took the coward's option and just pretended I didn't see her and took a different path up to the mountain. I am a horrible, horrible human being, and moments like this are exactly why I lived a solitary life while I was in the city. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, I'm not sure what to do on the approach, and how do I explain to her that she takes everything I say way too seriously? I wonder if the doc offers any sort of counselling service. I know I've thought about that before, and he's the only sort of medically trained person in town, and I guess I could talk to Father Carter. I don't know, Father Carter kind of scares me. And I don't want to talk to any of the others about it because, you know, what if they let slip and say something in front of Jennifer accidentally, and then she knows and she gets upset or hurt. And I don't want that. That's not my intent. Never was. While I was up the mountain, I found a whole heap of boulders I could break up, so I really focused on gathering stone. It was tiring, but I've upped my supply a little bit, which is great. And that was basically my day. There was a bit of a soak in the hot springs. I made offering, and then I've come home. Oh, I spent half my day hiding up the mountain because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say or how to say it. I'm hopeless. Helpless. Useless. I miss having crops. I miss having things to grow and being too busy and having to ignore people because I've just got too much work to do. Maybe winter wasn't as fun as I was hoping it would be. It's gonna snow again tomorrow, and it's Ellen's birthday. I've got to try and remember that. I'm gonna go to bed, Channel. I know it's early, but I'm tired, I'm sore, and I'm really, really confused. Still. Good night, Jenna.